Good morning.
I'd like to read an opening statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled Senator Bar M. Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 8, 2021, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 9, 2021, copies were mailed to subscribers. Any member of the public who wishes to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please acknowledge the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone who is joining us remotely today. For the continued safety of the meeting participants, as well as members of the public interested in the meeting, the Commission is continuing to use remote collaboration technology for meeting participants. The public is able to listen through access provided on the Commission's website, as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov. I will repeat that. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov, beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of the adjournment of the meeting. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. The meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or the audio call-in code, and please place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking. Thank you.
Good morning. Please answer when I call your name for the roll, please. Commissioner Molyneux,
Present.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Present.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Present.
Thank you. Matters reviewed in closed session this morning included employee key license application matters and the approval of the closed session minutes of the April 13, 2022 closed session. The first item for your consideration is ratification of the minutes of the public portion of the April 13, 2022 meeting.
Are there any questions for council or corrections? No. Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of the April 13th, 2022 meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. I will identify all the matters for your consideration. However, there are several that are subject to request for remand. The matters to be considered include Howard W. Barnes, Tommy J. Barry, Joseph Beer III, Judson J. Boyer, Tyrone Brathway, Andre Eget, Gina M. Gonzalez Nagrampa, Franklin D. Human, Philip C. King, David S. Kloster, Jamal W. McLean, Manuel D. Mendoza Mejia, Stephanie M. Noonan, Michael Scafario, Tracy S. Taylor, Stefani G. Torres Diaz. With respect to Mr. Barnes, Barry, Boyer, Gonzalez, Nagrampa, Human, King, Mendoza Mejia, Noonan, Scafario, and Torres Diaz, those matters have been reviewed. The division has opined with no objection to the initial casino key employee license applications. Staff concurs and recommend that you grant those 10 initial casino key employee licenses.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 10 initial casino key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
With respect to the Beard, Brathwaite, Egat, Closter, McLean, and Taylor matters, those matters have been reviewed. The division has requested that those matters be considered by way of a contested case process. Staff concurs and recommend that you remand those 6 casino key employee license applications for further consideration.
Are there any questions regarding these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing the 6 initial casino key employee license applications.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 3 is the application of Kevin M. Smith for a resubmitted casino key employee license. Again, this matter has been reviewed by both the division and staff, and both recommend that the resubmission application of Mr. Smith be granted.
Are there any questions on this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the resubmission application of Kevin M. Smith for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 4 are approvals through delegation of authority between April 1, 2022 and April 30, 2022 pursuant to Commission Resolution Number 2201-1211B. Patrick Eeler will review those matters with you. However, it's noted that no action is required by the Commission at this time.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. This is Patrick Eeler, Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager, appearing for the Casino Control Commission. Between April 1st and April 30th, 2022, staff of the Casino Control Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via its delegated authority. On April 8, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Thomas Batista for a floor manager / trainer position at Resorts Atlantic City, Ta L. Lee for a dual rate table games assistant shift manager position at Ocean Casino, and Morgan E. Steichen for a casino cashier supervisor position at Caesars Atlantic City. Also on April 8, 2022, a multi-casino endorsement was granted to Melissa K. Sirigliano for a Director of IT Cybersecurity position at Resorts Atlantic City and Resorts Digital Gaming. On April 13, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Angela N. Baez Noazi for a dual rate casino cashiering supervisor position, and to Jody A. Edwards for a dual rate table games assistant shift manager position, both at Ocean Casino. To James J. Barry Jr. for a sports lounge manager position at Bally's Atlantic City, and to Marjorie J. Najira for an hourly assistant casino shift manager position, and Jaro Vasquez for account team lead position, both at Caesars Atlantic City. On April 14, 2022, a temporary key employee license was granted to Douglas E. Morrell for a security shift manager position at Resorts Atlantic City. On April 20, 2022, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Tracy L. Marshall for a casino cashier supervisor position at Tropicana Atlantic City, to Edwin J. Ortiz for a credit executive position at Borgata, and to George L. Vasquez for a dual rate table games assistant shift manager position at Ocean Casino. And on April 27, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Lucy M. Carter for a dual rate table games assistant shift manager position at Ocean Casino, to Daniel C. Cassaday for a Director of Facilities position at Borgata, and to Thomas A. Schaefer for an hourly surveillance shift supervisor position at Harrah's Atlantic City. This shall memorialize the noted approvals that were granted by the Commission's Division of Regulatory Affairs via its delegated authority during this period, and no Commission action is required. Thank you.
Item number 5 for your consideration are requests for inactivation of casino key employee licenses. Again, Patrick Eeler will review those matters with you.
Thank you. Patrick Eeler, Casino Control Commission, Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager. Following 8 individuals have requested to be placed on the Casino Key Employee Approved Inactive List for a period of up to 5 years in lieu of filing a Casino Key Employee License Review application. Anthony Abrahamson, Douglas R. Barrett, Paul A. Chandler, Louis DeFeo, Thomas J. Hunt, Stephen M. Porchan Jr., Joshua J. Robles, and Elizabeth I. Tenorio Gravesande. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends that you grant the requested relief.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 8 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 6 is consideration of the lapsing of casino key employee licenses. Again, Mr. Eeler will review those.
This is Patrick Eeler of the Casino Control Commission. At this time, there are 8 individuals for your consideration to lapse their casino key employee license. In each of these cases, the casino key employee license review application filing deadline has passed, and the individual has not filed a casino key employee license review application or requested to be placed on the approved inactive list. Based on these facts, staff recommends that the casino key employee licenses of the following individuals be deemed to have lapsed: Mark Burns, Anthony Capri, Grant Lindell, Gerald J. McGowan, Tricia O'Brien, William Panguris, John Webster, and Glenda E. Whirlman.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 8 casino key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulations.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 7 is consideration of the initial application of Gerard P. Mills for a casino key employee license. Senior Counsel Pipinelli will review that matter with you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. For your consideration is the initial application of Gerard Mills for a casino key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. I believe Ms. Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division, and I would just ask her to enter her appearance and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed a supplemental report dated April 5th, 2022, withdrawing the division's request for a conference in this matter, as the applicant has paid in full his debt owed to the IRS and has obtained a New Jersey driver's license. Accordingly, the division now recommends the granting of the application for a casino key employee license. Thank you.
Are there any questions for counsel? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the initial application of Gerard P. Mills for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Next matter for your consideration is consideration of the resubmission application of Antoinetta Roosh for a Casino Key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pimpinelli will address that with you.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli again, Senior Counsel appearing for the Commission. Before you is a stipulation of settlement between the Division of Gaming Enforcement and Ms. Rooch, which, if approved, will grant her resubmission application for her Casino Key employee license, subject to certain conditions. Ms. Rooch was notified of today's meeting. You have staff memo and recommendation for this matter. Ms. Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division, and I would just ask her to enter her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully request that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Are there any questions for counsel on this matter?
No.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the resubmission application of Antoinetta Roosh for a Casino Key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 9, the joint petition of Premier Entertainment AC LLC and Bally's Corporation requesting permission for Lou Dorn to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President of Legal Operations Retail for Bally's Corporation pending plenary qualification. This matter was initially presented to the Commission by way of petition dated March 22, PRN 08-22203. You may recall that it was listed on last meeting's agenda, but the matter was not ready for your consideration. It is now ready for your consideration. I believe council is present with respect to the matter and ask that they enter their appearances with your permission, Mr. Chairman, and proceed.
Good morning, Chair Commissioners. Lynn Kaufman, Cooper Levinson, on behalf of Premier Entertainment AC LLC and Bally's Corporation. I don't know if the division needs to enter their appearance or I could continue.
Division.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Alessandra Baldini, Deputy Attorney General, responding on behalf of the Division of Game Enforcement.
Thank you. Proceed, Ms. Kaufman.
Yes, as stated, Mr. Dorn is seeking qualification as Vice President, Legal Operations Retail for Bally's Corporation. His position is not an officer position, but due to his duties that wishes to perform with respect to Atlantic City, he is entitled, or he is able to qualify and required to qualify. And therefore, we are seeking his qualification. He is not replacing anyone. He will be an addition to the Bally's Corporation Legal Department. I would just like to give a little background. He is a very experienced gaming attorney, and he is a former Nevada regulator. Don't hold that against him, but he was chief of the Corporate Securities Division, and after that, he has extensive compliance and related gaming experience. And I've reviewed the resolution and request that the relief that we've asked for be granted. Thank you.
Good morning again. The division has reviewed the petition dated March 22nd and submitted its response on May 4th with no objection to the temporary qualification request. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution and has no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Lou Dorn on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification, permission to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President of Legal Operations, Retail for Bally's Corporation, subject to the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1C and NJAC 13:69C-2.7C.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes, we welcome Mr. Dorn to the Atlantic City Market.
Thank you.
Item number 10 is the joint petition of Caesars Entertainment, Inc. and Caesars Interactive Entertainment New Jersey LLC for the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to John Ozark pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E and NJSA 5:12-89B4, and to permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President, iGaming, pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by a petition dated April 8, 2022, seeking the relief requested. You may recall that this matter was also listed on the April agenda, but was not ready to proceed at that time. It is now ready for your consideration. Council is present, and with your permission, Mr. Chairman, I would ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Beth Sacco, Vice President, Chief Counsel, Regional Operations for Caesars Entertainment. This is a joint petition which seeks the temporary casino key employee licensure and also the temporary qualification for John Ozark to serve as the Senior Vice President of iGaming for Caesars Entertainment as it pertains to the online gaming operations conducted by Caesars Interactive Entertainment New Jersey. I've reviewed, the division has indicated it has no objection to this petition, and I've also reviewed the draft resolution, and I have no objection to the draft resolution. And unless the commission has any questions, I would respectfully request that the resolution be entered and Mr. Ozark be approved to hold a temporary casino key employee license, as well as be approved to perform his duties pending plenary qualification. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed an email response on April 26th, not objecting to the issuance of a temporary key employee license and qualification for John Ozark to continue to perform the duties and functions of Senior Vice President of iGaming. We have reviewed the draft resolution and have no objection. Thank you.
Thank you, Counsel. Are there any questions for Counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the joint petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to John Ozark pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B4, NJSA 5:12-89E, and NJSA 19:41A-5.3, and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President of iGaming for Caesars Entertainment, Inc., pending plenary qualification in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6 and 2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper, and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 11 is the joint petition of Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC, requesting permission for Stephen J. Zapor to assume the duties and exercise the powers as a member of the audit committees of Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC, pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by a petition dated April 19, PRN 1092204, seeking the relief identified. Believe council is present on this matter, and I would ask, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, that they enter their appearances and address the matter to the commission directly.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Marie Jones from Fox Rothschild here on behalf of Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC. As was stated, this is a joint petition for the approval of Stephen Zapor to be a member of the audit committee of those two entities. We have reviewed the draft resolution, and I would respectfully request that you approve same.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Deputy Attorney General Jordan Hollander on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's response of no objection of May 24th, 2022 in this matter. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution and has no objection. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Stephen J. Zapor, on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification, permission to assume the duties and exercise the powers as a member of the audit committees of Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC, subject to the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6 and 2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Item number 12 involves the same parties. It is the joint petition of Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC for the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license with a multi-casino endorsement for Augustino Cipollini, and for permission for him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President of Administration pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by a petition seeking the requested relief filed April 19, 2022, PRN 1092202. Council, the same council is present. I would ask that they again, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, enter their appearances again and address the matter to the commission.
Good morning again, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Marie Jones from Fox Rothschild here on behalf of Boardwalk 1000, HR Atlantic City LLC, and Mr. Cipollini. As indicated, we would like the temporary approval for Mr. Cipollini to assume the duties and responsibilities as Senior Vice President of Administration. Mr. Cipollini is a longtime New Jerseyan and is returning to the area, so we're very pleased to have him back and working with the Hard Rock Atlantic City. We've reviewed the draft resolution and provided acceptable and respectfully request that you approve same.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Jordan Hollander, Deputy Attorney General on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's response of no objection of May 4th, 2022 to the requested relief in this matter. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution and has no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the joint petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to Augustino Cipollini pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B4, NJSA 5:12-89E, and NJAC 19:41A-5.3, and with a multi-casino endorsement pursuant to NJSA 5:12-91.1, and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President of Administration for HR Atlantic City LLC, pending plenary qualification in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 13 is an addendum to the agenda. It is the petition of AC Ocean Walk LLC for the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Raymond Stefanelli pursuant to NJSA 5:1289E, and to permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers as Vice President, Online Gaming Marketing, pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by an online petition dated May 2, 2022. Council is present. I believe that Mr. Hollander will be appearing on behalf of the division in this matter. I would ask, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, that each enter their appearance and address the matter directly.
Good morning, Chairman Pelosi, Vice Chair Cooper, and Commissioner Molyneux. I'm Joseph Muskie, Senior Vice President and General Counsel for Ocean Casino Resort, appearing on behalf of Ocean and Raymond Stefanelli. First, I would like to thank you very much for putting this matter on the docket on such short notice. That being understood, I have reviewed the resolution concerning the issuance of a temporary key casino employee license to Mr. Stefanelli, with the understanding that said issuance would permit Mr. Stefanelli to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President Online Gaming Marketing for Ocean prior to his plenary licensure and qualification. I have no objection in form and substance to the resolution, and I respectfully ask on behalf of Ocean and Mr. Stefanelli that the resolution be approved as written. Again, thank you for putting this on the docket in such short notice, and thank you for consideration of this matter.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Jordan Hollander, Deputy Attorney General on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's response of no objection dated May 6, 2022 to the request of relief in this matter. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution and has no objections. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to Raymond Stefanelli pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B4 and NJSA 5:12-89E and NJSA 19:41A-5.3, and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President of Online Gaming Marketing for AC Ocean Walk LLC, pending plenary qualification in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you both. In accordance with Resolution 22120803, bless you, the next closed session shall be held on Wednesday, June 8, 2022, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any comments?
Mr. Chairman, I have been advised that there are none.
Okay. The public participation portion of the meeting is now closed. I would like to make one announcement prior to closing it officially. Commencing with the June public meeting, we will be resuming a live format. We will also continue to stream the meeting through the YouTube channel for public viewing, but commencing with the June meeting, the public will be more than welcome into the facility to hear the meeting in person. So thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.